The amount of attacks on Border Patrol agents has seen a dramatic increase, and the majority are right here in the valley. CBS 4's Priscilla Estrada followed agents who patrolled the Rio Grande. In tonight's special report, they show us the threats they face on a daily basis and also the training the agents have to undergo to be prepared for anything that comes their way.
On this side is Hidalgo, Texas. On the south side is Reynosa, Tamaulipas, Mexico.
It's another day on patrol for the Rio Grande Valley's Border Patrol Riverine Unit. Fully equipped and prepared for anything that comes their way, the crew takes off on their daily mission to protect the nation's border. We pass a few common sights, a few friendly waves along the Mexican riverbanks, horses calmly roaming the fields, and then, as always, what appears to be recently ditched rafts either drug smugglers or immigrants entering the country illegally have used to cross the two countries' natural barrier.
So here in the valley, we don't have a lot of places where they can drive across. So those are really it, either on rafts or swimming or occasionally wading, depending on the water flow.
As of March 2017, the amount of apprehensions along the southwest borders shows a steep decline.
So we had a really large decrease in numbers after the inauguration. I think as a lot of people are trying to figure out what was really going to happen in reality.
Fiscal year 2017 had a little over 415,000 apprehensions along the southwestern borders, compared to fiscal year 2016, where there were nearly 550,000.
Footprints, disturbance of the land, or left behind wet clothing, trash bags, those are all signs that people have recently come across.
10-year veteran Michelle George is one of the few female Riverine Unit Border Patrol agents, and she says you can never prepare yourself for the scenarios you may encounter.
There's about, from the looks of it here, about 5 or 6 guys standing up there, and they may or may not be friendly, we don't know. But either way, when we cross the bridge, we're going to do a zigzag maneuver or some kind of maneuver to get us a little bit away from them, just by chance, in case they drop something. They've been, at times, trash will be thrown, bricks, rocks. We never know.
Just recently we had an incident where the smuggler tried to run over our agent as he was leaving the riverbanks with a load of illegal aliens. We recently had the agents that got shot at in the boat down near Brownsville. The guys on the boats get rocked on a regular basis. In FY 2016, across the nation, there were 454 assaults against Border Patrol agents. In FY 17, there were 786 assaults against Border Patrol agents. So that's a 73% increase just in 1 year.
Threat on the mic, threat.
A mock drill in case of an attack is an exercise Riverine units undergo
Working on line, Cap.
during training, so they're prepared out in the field.
310, starting my approach.
The Riverine unit is probably one of the most exposed because when they're out on the boats, there's really no cover or a place to escape from an attack.
You want to see if they have any weapons or anything like that that's going to be a problem for you, right?
You either have to very quickly decide, can I get out of this situation first, or do I have to be able to defend myself?
The Riverine unit agents train in a controlled environment like South Padre Island.
All right, Rick, pass over line 3. Line 3 over.
That way the agents can fully concentrate on every skill set during training without any chance of being attacked.
Epperson, give me some slack on line 1.
Border Patrol agent Matthew Zafra has been on the Riverine unit for about a year and is now training to become a vessel commander.
So you got to be clear-minded every time you come in. A bad decision could cost the life one of your crew. You could wreck the boat or injure an alien out in the field.
One of the many drills that agents practice is man overboard. The The agents practice this drill in case they come across a subject that's in the river or one of their own goes overboard. So right now the crew is making their approach. That way we can grab the subject and pull him in.
5. Stand by. Neutral. Get in reverse. Stand forward. Stand forward. Alongside. At the well.
That person might be in distress. However, you can be setting up for an ambush. So you got to make sure that when you get that person out of the water, the first things you got to do, yes, you got to handcuff them, PFD on, and then do your thing. Whether you're going to do a CPR, first aid, whatever, you got to search it.
But why such an increase in attacks in just 1 year? The Rio Grande Valley Sector Division Chief John Morris says that as tactics and strategies change, more technology is used and planning processes are refined, so entry into the United States becomes harder.
There becomes a desperation to both A, get in the country if you're trying to get in, and then of course the people they're paying to get them in, they're getting more desperate to get the bodies in. The bad guys, if you will, the smugglers, come up with a tactic, and then we adjust. And then when we adjust, they adjust. But it's just who can stay ahead of who in the race to have the edge.
In Hidalgo County, with complete Valley coverage, Priscilla Estrada, CBS 4 Valley, tonight.
So far in fiscal year 2018, there's already been nearly 180 attacks on Border Patrol agents nationwide.